This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Time is running out to get the most money for your used car. Do you have an extra car in the garage or one that needs repairs? Come to the live appraisal event by ACV Auctions July 19th and 20th to find out how much your vehicle is really worth. Get your vehicle inspected, then watch it go live on a nationwide auction so you can see the bids come in real time. You can sell it on the spot or just find out what it's worth. It's that easy and it's free. Proudly hosted by Tom Bush Family of Dealerships, 9850 Atlantic Boulevard.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
UNCF salutes HBCUs, historically black colleges, and universities. Each year, UNCF awards more than 10,000 scholarships and helps 60,000 students build better futures with aid for tuition, room and board, books, and fees. Go to uncf.org now to donate and build better futures for African American students. Remember, a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
You can be a part of helping local kids in crisis simply by giving to Daniel, Florida's oldest child service agency, now celebrating its 140th year. Daniel provides counseling to abused children, connects kids with foster families, helps homeless teens find shelter, and strengthens at-risk families. But they need your support. Please join Daniel in improving the lives of local children and families by donating at danielkids.org.
The Beaches Green Market is a great place for families, friends, and pets to shop and eat local. Come to the Beaches Green Market this and every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Penman Park on Penman Road, just north of Beach Boulevard, for fresh local fruits and vegetables, plants, meats, eggs, baked goods, honey, wellness products, ready-to-eat snacks and drinks, and local artist craft goods. If you have an EBT card, stock up on free fruits and vegetables and edible plants. The Beaches Green Market, connecting people to better food. Go to diglocal.org to learn more.
WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reports the Utah Jazz get guard Russell Westbrook in a sign and trade with the Clippers. The Jazz will also get a second-round pick swap and cash. The Clippers get guard Chris Dunn. It's expected Westbrook will be bought out by the Jazz, leaving him free to join the Nuggets. Some NFL training camps are already open. The Eagles open up on Tuesday. ESPN's Bart Scott on what effect new running back Saquon Barkley will have on quarterback Jalen Hurts.
I think he saves and restores Jalen Hurts' reputation, because I think it took a hit because we see without Shane Steichen that maybe he struggles from throwing within the pocket, and maybe he's just a system quarterback where the RPO is the best type of system for him to be in.
Bart Scott on Get Up. First round of the Open Championship at Royal Troon. Shane Lowry and Daniel Brown share the lead at 4 under, one shot ahead of Justin Thomas. Tiger Woods shoots an 8 over 79 today. Clemson basketball coach Brad Brownell gets a new 5-year, $20 million contract with the Tigers.
Hey, it's Courtney Cronin. Coming up Friday, I'll tell you what the best and worst outcomes are for Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and Caleb Williams this season. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
Ready? Yeah. Turn off your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to tell you, Brian, I literally want to start off every show with a long scream like I did yesterday. I'm afraid people get tired of it. But I don't know how else to convey my energy and excitement. I'm ready to broadcast, despite saying 3.5 seconds ago I'm not ready.
I thought you said you were ready.
I said I'm not ready.
Oh, that was the intro. Are you ready?
I meant mentally. Physically, I'm here. As you can tell. With my robust form.
Wow.
Which I see you staring at from time to time.
Well, that's a promo.
So literally every time I talk about my voluptuous figure, it's going to end up in production.
Well, the promo is we apologize for what happens on there. So I can't put something like a solid take and be like, we apologize for a solid take from Aaron Schachter.
That is fair. It really does typecast into one very specific kind of promo. Everyone else is like, top 5 teams is ranked to plot. No, that's not what's happening here.
Kind of boring takes you get on other stations, streaming services.
Here, we're going to do 45 minutes on the snitch box in my car.
Snitch box coming up in the B block.
Here, we get music beds for segments about wives and girlfriends.
I do love the fact, though.
Yeah.
To break down the fourth wall? I don't even know if that's what we're about to do.
It would be the fourth wall, yes.
Tell a little bit of your business. I love the way that you and your muse, your rib, don't support each other.
Look, I support my wife.
But it's so honest that it is support. So you know when there's actual support there, like you really mean it.
How dare you? I support my wife. Brian, you're referring to the fact that we have a couple of changes in our stream. The fact that we can't stream to X anymore because, as you call him, Daddy Elon won't allow us. We have to be premium subscribers. And so we're not shelling out the $11 a month to do it. Hell no. Who do I look like, Travis Kelce? No, thank you. Out here buying Super Bowl suites for Elon Musk? Not me. Not today. So we moved away from X. Sawyer would be happy to find out. We're going to go back to Twitch.
Hey, man.
Shout out to Amazon. And then I realized we can stream on Instagram, but the camera angle is a little off. It's like, you got to hold the phone sideways.
Is it not working?
It's working. You can pull it up right now if you like Instagram. We're live on Instagram on ESPN 690 Jax. You can listen to the show. You can watch the show. Unfortunately, though, if you're going to comment on the show, you have to then turn the phone back sideways the other way. It's not ideal. But one thing Instagram does tell you is who's watching. Person by person. Roll call. And as we went live, I noticed my wife was watching.
Hey, listen, man. Beautiful, huh?
Is that what it is?
Beautiful.
But it's not the normal behavior. I've known my wife now 13 years, I think. And for all 13 of those years, I've been on the radio as well as running radio stations, working in radio. And I'd go ahead and assume she's listened to me on the radio maybe 0 times.
What is that? Now, what is that now?
I mean, I'm not trying to paint her in a bad light. I don't think she's a bad person. Quite the opposite. I'm a big fan. I don't blame her. Sometimes I'm not the most exciting person to listen to, Brian. She gets to hear me all the time at home. Why does she want to tune in and listen to me again? A gift.
A gift. You hear me? A continuous gift.
Listen, if she was tuning in all the time, I wouldn't be able to speak freely, I don't think. How am I supposed to speak freely about snow bunnies? Like myself. I got to always watch my words. I got to look behind my back. She's violent now.
Wow.
Well.
No, you didn't want to paint her in a bad light. Light, bad. bad light,
You
bad
didn't let me
pain.
finish. You didn't let me finish.
Okay?
She's
all of it's bad.
Hold on. She's violent in a loving way.
No, yeah.
No?
Okay.
That doesn't work.
That's what you usually hear. Okay. But you, okay, hey, man, I just wanted to say I thought it was funny that, are you getting to the punchline of the story? Because I don't want to mess it up.
There was no punchline. I was just telling you, you were just like, you don't support each other. And I'm like, we support each other, but this is the context.
Listen, you told
of what
me
you're talking about.
You saw her pop up on the IG stream, and you said, something ain't right.
I said, yeah.
Hold up, something ain't right.
That's right.
Okay? Antennas went up.
It did.
You checked outside the window, make sure there wasn't a bomb falling or something. You're like, what's going on around here? So then, you check in with her.
I texted her. I was like, what are you doing?
And the way that this healthy relationship works, she texted you right back. She didn't see it, left you on red, went away, did a task, come back. She texted you back.
I was like, what are you doing? Why are you watching my stream? You snooping? And she goes, no, I accidentally hit the notification.
Didn't mean to check it at all.
I'm out.
Won't happen again. Don't you worry about it.
She's gone now.
I'll block it so it never pops up. And I respect her for it, and I respect you for respecting her for it.
We live in our truth.
That's
Brian.
how y'all move.
It's a strong relationship when you can be honest with each other.
I wish I could be honest with the people that were blocking the entrance and the exit to the break room.
Okay, this
about
is where
20
we're
minutes
going
ago.
next. That's fine. All right, so Brian's got a beef. This is a new segment called Brian's Got a Beef.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm just going to play that until it fits somewhere.
It fits right there.
Okay. And listen, it's not even really, it's a beef because I came in here and was like, Aaron.
Come on. You are rarely upset about almost anything. And you came here before the show, you were like, let me ask you this.
Yeah, you know what? And when I start off with that, I already have an answer in mind that you should have.
Sure.
Okay? But, maybe I'm tripping. And if I'm tripping, I need to know. And I know with Aaron's honesty that he'd have with his wife, he'd be even more honest with me. He don't care about me nearly as much as he cares about his wife. So he's going to be super honest with me.
Listen, you got it backwards, man. I'm super honest with you because I care about you. If I didn't care about you, if you were Chase Bunker to me, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever. But I care about you. And so I'll be real with you.
Okay. That being said, I proposed this question to you. Not proposed, posed this question to you. And I said, hey, doesn't it get on your nerves, basically, when there is a group of individuals standing at an entrance/exit?
Yeah.
And they feel your presence trying to use it, but they're blockading it off with their conversation.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about here, but it's a weird energy that happens in those moments.
Yeah. And it's even weirder because for the few people who don't know me, who are listening here, I'm 6'8", give or take the week, I'm 240, 245, 250, somewhere in there, right?
Okay.
10-pound swing. Depending on whether or not Aaron brought in Shipley's Donuts on National Donut Day that I said no to.
Did not eat, yes.
Yeah. So you're going to feel my presence. I'm not 5'1", 120. You're like, oh, I didn't even know you were right there. Nah, you just kind of feel it.
Now
You know what I'm saying?
This is interesting. This kind of crosses over into one of my beefs with the younger generation. Had you gone up to the blockade and went, excuse me, someone's definitely moving.
Yeah, I did, but I was already parting my way through the Red Sea at that point. Because I was just like, okay.
It is annoying if they see you
do.
and they're just standing there, just finishing their conversation like, oh, this man that has nothing to do with the group we're in, he must just want to listen to our conversation. Like, come on.
You know, I'm not Aaron Schachter, and they're not Michelle Thibodeau and Brian Kilmeade. I'm not trying to tag along. I'm not trying to just be a part of the group.
Yeah.
I was trying to get my Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Is that Dr. Pepper?
Diet Dr. Pepper.
All right.
But my point, Aaron, like, nobody in this building, including myself, has anything that interesting to where when you feel the presence of somebody that large, you don't at least scoot one step out the way. And I included myself. Nobody's that interesting in the building.
All right.
I'm knocking everybody. Me at the top of the list. And they're just trying to finish their conversation. Oh, you know what? The breaking news point, Chase Bunker was in the group.
And he didn't even move for you?
But Chase wasn't in the way. Chase was on this, like, one side. But
as a guy who's normally Team Brian, he should see you out there on an island by yourself going, hey, guys, let's get out of the way.
Chase politicking, man. You know how Chase do.
Yeah,
Chase going to be a VP in about 10 years. So, you know, he politicking.
Very far from a VP in 10 years, believe that.
Hey, man. And And then
there's more.
45 seconds.
Yeah.
I get my Diet Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
I look over and I'm like, I'm going to have to do this again because they still right there.
You're coming back.
Calling a football
return.
play.
Yeah.
They're still there, looking to the sideline, changing the play.
Yeah.
So I'm cleaning off the top of my can, trying to do everything to not make this awkward. And
Wait.
maybe they'll move. Maybe they'll move.
You're trying to find activities to take up some time? Is that what you do?
Because I'm like, maybe if I give them 5 more seconds.
Tying your shoes. You're cleaning off your glasses.
I walked back through. I didn't pause that time. I just walked through real quick, like, excuse me, something like that. You know what I mean?
That's all
In
you
the
gotta
middle
do.
of conversations,
That's all you
talking,
gotta do.
people looking on. Did I say hi? No.
Don't have to.
Did I say excuse me loud enough? No. I mumbled it.
You could have mumbled. It's fine. Any noise, really, as long as you're moving with purpose, they'll get the idea.
Don't stand at the entrance exit. If
I'm with you.
If you're trying to get away from somebody and they caught you there, I mean, move out into the hallway.
The hallway's just as bad.
Well, no, only if you take up the middle. I mean, if you're dealing with somebody who is like 800 pounds and takes up the whole hallway, then that'd be a problem.
I don't know about other businesses, but we have small hallways at radio.
But if you lean on one side, the person who's trying to get through can get over pretty much cleanly on the opposite side that you and the
but if
person
you're
that
in
you're
a
talking
group of people talking, it's usually a circle if you're more than 3 people.
Well, that's fair. Move. I was thinking about Ludacris, but I can't finish it.
Yeah. What a great song by Ludacris. Get out the way.
Man.
I've never seen you so hot about something.
It's just the simple things that's so wild. It's the audacity to stand in the entrance. It's even more gumption to not acknowledge that somebody's there. You don't have to say, hey, like you said, I didn't want to join in on your conversation. It probably was a cool conversation. That's why you're having it, or at least faking it, or something like that, because you are looking to get something out of it either then, or you're building something so the next time you see that person, you could be like, okay, I built a rapport. Let me try to get what I need now. Fine. I'm cool with that. But the audacity to stand there and then to stay there and then to barely move when I tried to get through once.
How dare they?
And then to congregate back there.
Well,
as I went to go get my drink.
You can't break them up. They're together forever.
Worst football play callers ever in life. Whoever your head coach is, you're looking over to the sideline. That's more than 40 seconds. Delay a game penalty. Personal foul.
This making you so angry reminds me of a sociopath we used to work with who used to hold a door for somebody. And if you walk through the door and you didn't say thank you, he would scream. And it's never happened to me because I say thank you when I walk through a door and someone's holding it for me.
Yeah.
But I used to go to lunch with this guy all the time.
Yeah.
I used to see him do this, strangers and coworkers alike.
Yeah.
He would hold a door for someone. Sometimes I used to think he'd hold the door on purpose just to get the opportunity to do this. If someone walked through without saying thank you, he would scream "You're welcome" at the back of their head, like as loud as he could.
Petty.
An uncomfortable amount. We'd be going out to lunch on like Southside Boulevard at some random place to eat, just screaming thank you at someone who walked by and was like, come on. Just don't hold the door then.
But let me ask you this. Who doesn't say thank you when someone holds the door for you?
Someone not paying attention.
Nah. So doors just open up like they swing open? I know they slide open. Double doors do.
You never been lost in thought so hard that you don't even notice what's going on around you?
Not for a door that swings open front and back.
Listen to me.
If it slid open to the sides like the normal automatic doors do, yeah, maybe I'm confused. I didn't realize that doors, you could physically open those doors up like that. No. You see me.
I'm the kind of guy who will be so lost in thought on a drive home, I'll miss my own exit even though I've lived there for a decade.
One, that's behind a car. Two, there's probably not a person holding the door open to let you through your car.
I should automatically, second nature, be getting off on an exit. I'm so used to it.
Not the same
it's
thing.
real easy for you to just miss what's going on around you because you're lost in your own crazy
Still
thoughts.
selfish. It's selfish either way then.
It is selfish.
It's selfish, then it's dangerous.
How's it dangerous?
If you're in a car and you don't realize that you're driving, you're missing exits.
Well, you're just missing exits. You're still driving.
I'm just saying, who doesn't say thank you when you're walking through a door and someone holds the door open?
Bad
I'm
people.
so lost in thought.
Michelle Thibodeau.
I'm a
does this.
you bet. I mean, what's the over-under on that?
I don't even know how to judge an over-under on if she says thank you when she walks through a door.
Don't judge that. She ain't feeling great today, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
She said she was listening.
She did say that.
I figured I'd give her a shout-out.
Oh, that's your shout-out.
Shout out, Michelle.
My bad. Okay.
Next time, say thank you when people walk through a door.
Yeah, Thibodeau, how many times have you not said thank you?
All the time.
Just in life.
All the time.
It should just happen like that.
Yeah, she's got this expectation things are supposed to happen for her. I get it.
She said thanks.
Listen, Jaguars came out with news today. We're sitting here talking about doors and hallways.
That's right. And more entertaining than anything else you're hearing right now.
Jaguars have announced the Prowler throwback jersey, Brian. The Prowler. We knew the Jags were going with the throwbacks. Everyone assumed it was the 95 throwback because of the big 30th anniversary season. And sure enough, the 95 to 2009 jersey is the throwback, the Prowler throwback jersey. I don't know, man. I know Jags fans are stoked about it. And why not, right? Throwbacks are a fun little part of your journey through the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Is 2009 really a throwback?
Yeah, it's 15 years ago.
15 years.
15 years ago, yes.
That's not a lot. Not in the sports history. I get a franchise that started in 1995, fine, but, you know, any other team does a jersey from 15 years ago. It's not necessarily a throwback.
It's 50% of their lifespan.
It's like a back-in-the-day thing. I don't know. I think the jersey is fine. I'm with you on this one. You said you'd prefer the black version than the teal version. I kind of love that black version, too. I see Fred Taylor busting through tackles in that black version in my head.
It's
That's
cold.
a good one. That's a good one. But I do like the teal jerseys. I like the teal color rush jerseys much more so than this throwback stuff. Jaguars have been pretty fortunate with jersey design outside of the mustard jerseys, which people hate. I kind of like it because people hate it, but fine.
Mm-hmm.
The video that came out for the announcement was pretty dope. They did the whole VHS video filter thing, so it looks like it was filmed in 1995.
Okay.
But obviously, you know, the Jags, they have top-notch film equipment.
Okay.
Tyson Campbell, Andre Sisco starring in the video.
Nice.
With Leon Searcy, former right tackle, during those years that the throwback jersey is focusing on. The video itself is a great hype video with a bunch of old highlights, including Freddie T busting through tackles, including Mark Brunell throwing downfield. And then, of course, you get the, what was the name? Jacksonville Jaguars song that came out during the 99 championship run. Little fun throwback right there. Week 5 against the Colts is when we will first see these jerseys. Happy that it's happening against the AFC South. Gives it a little more spice, a little more zhuzh. Any other kind of jersey you would have wanted to see besides these Prowler throwbacks?
For the Jags?
Yeah, like I would almost rather a different color rush jersey than a throwback at this point.
You want those mustard, gold, yellow?
Not necessarily.
Ones
No, like I said, I like
people hate it.
I like the all
despise.
teal ones, but like Jags could use an all white in the city, like the Bengals and the Vikings got going on. A couple of the teams going to that all white right now. That'd be pretty dope. I don't know what you do with the helmet.
Listen, as much as I can say I like or dislike a jersey, every time when I would get on Madden or I would get on NCAA football and create a college or a team or try to make an alternate jersey, I was trash at it.
Me too, man.
So, it's much harder than it looks.
Me too.
It's much harder. You start putting combinations together, you're like, nah, that's boo-boo.
It's not working. Yeah, PUBG has the same thing. They do a bunch of contests. You can create a new skin and then enter it into a contest, and if you win, you get all kinds of prizes. I tried one time to do, my character's skin, a different outfit skin, and it was just... it seemed like I was 5 years old with my style choices. What is this? What am I doing?
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it. I would rather the artistic folks make those decisions and then present them to me in some kind of Instagram or Twitter video where I could talk smack on it. That's fine. That's the equation that works here. But there you have it. Week 5 against the Colts, the Prowler throwback jerseys, the same ones from the inaugural season. We'll expect to see those on the field. If you haven't seen the video yet, the Jags have it up on all of their social media platforms. Tyson Campbell, Andre Sisco having a good time. Tyson Campbell showing a little personality here.
Look at that.
Rarely get to see that from Tyson.
Big year from Tyson. You heard it here first. Probably not.
Contract year for Tyson.
Huge year. 10 interceptions.
He's gonna earn it this year. I'll tell you this, ESPN doesn't know if he's gonna earn it. They don't have him anywhere near their top 10 cornerback list. Not in the honorable mentions. Not in the also receiving votes. No respect for Tyson Campbell.
When your boys up in Bristol or New York or LA, they don't really respect the NFL based off that top 100 athletes since 2000 list.
Yeah, no respect.
They're like, NFL. Yeah. Soccer.
Is that what they're all pumped about
2, 3,
now?
4, 5. And swimming. What? What? What are we doing? Oh,
listen, Michael Phelps is a big-time gold medalist.
I get it. The arguments that they made for Phelps and Serena. Yeah, I get it. And
big-time athletes.
It's just if I'm Roger Goodell, I'm on lines 1 through 10.
Multi-dialing. That freaks you out when the music stops like that. I understand. Yeah, doing a little reverse. Ooh, look at DJ Middleton. DJ Jazzy Brian. Nice. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more toxically about the NFL. We're going to predict the bottom feeders, the last place teams in the NFL, courtesy of friend of the show, Garrett Podell. That's when we come back on the Aaron Schachter Show. 904-362-9901 if you want to jump in on the jersey or who you think is going to end up in last place in any of the divisions in the NFL in 2024.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Sunshine will give way to scattered heavy afternoon showers and storms today with highs in the mid-90s and then dropping into the 70s and 80s when we get into the rain. Down into the 70s tonight under partly cloudy skies and a partly sunny Friday. A few afternoon showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with highs reaching the mid-90s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds. It's Christmas in July. Save up to 40% store-wide at Beard's Diamonds.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Main office, Jacksonville.
Hello, sir. I would like to speak with the lady of the house.
Very funny, Chuckles. Get in here before someone sees you.
Sorry, boss.
Where'd you park the van?
It's a few blocks down the street.
Okay, good.
So you're sure these folks are out of town on vacation?
Yeah, look at the calendar. Back from Aruba next Friday.
Wow, that's great. And no Safe Touch security? So we could take our sweet time.
You know, I don't think I'll ever understand why folks don't get Safe Touch. I mean, for about $1 a day, why wouldn't you?
Right? You got the two-way communicator, the video monitoring, the crash and smash technology. I mean, really? If this house had Safe Touch, we wouldn't be here.
All right, let's get busy so we can hit a few of the other vacationers on this street.
The ones without Safe Touch security.
Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Right now, state-of-the-art Safe Touch security systems are up to 50% off. Call now, 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
Hey, poker players. The Card Player Poker Tour is heading back to Best Bet Jacksonville from August 15th to the 26th. The tournament schedule is packed with excitement, featuring 9 events, including the $1,700 no-limit hold'em mystery bounty main event with a $300,000 guaranteed prize pool. Head to bestbetjacks.com for the full schedule and satellite information. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Howard works from home.
Hello. Where's that proposal? Yes, Mr. Clark. I'll have that proposal ready ASAP.
But home is not working for Howard.
What is going on? I'm having Wi-Fi issues. Call you back.
Good thing Community First offers mortgages with no closing costs that can save you thousands, so people like Howard can get a new home complete with a new home office. Visit communityfirstfl.org to learn more today. Equal housing opportunity. Member NCUA.
Do you have experience in successfully owning or operating a business, whether from a startup or growing it to eventually being sold? What were the key lessons learned, and are you willing to share those insights with other entrepreneurs? As the nation's premier organization supporting small businesses, SCORE needs volunteers able to spend a few hours each month to conduct individual mentoring sessions as well as to present at workshops. We need people with a background in either accounting, finance, human resources, information technology, legal, or sales and marketing. If you're interested in joining our team, click on the volunteer tab at score.org/Jacksonville.
The lightest 350 horsepower onboard has just hit the water. Introducing the all-new Yamaha 4.3-liter V6 offshore F350 with advanced features and class-leading power to weight. Every run will be more efficient and exhilarating. The new 4.3-liter V6 offshore F350 from Yamaha. Reliability starts here.
You have the power to provide counseling to abused children, connect kids with foster families, find shelter for homeless teens, and strengthen at-risk families. Please be a part of bettering our local community by donating to danielkids.org.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Brought to you by Navage. Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. B21.
ESPN.com is your home for all things ESPN 690. Find shows, podcasts, Florida State Seminoles football, contests, and more at ESPN690.com. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. Brian Middleton and myself with you guys up until 5 p.m. You can find our video stream on YouTube, ESPN 690 Jax, or the Aaron Schachter Show channel. I have a page for the show as well. Or you can go to Facebook, ESPN 690 Jax. We're live streaming there. I believe we'll have Twitch turned on tomorrow. Not to confuse the issue, we are no longer on X, thanks to Elon Musk. And today we're debuting on Instagram Live. Just have to turn your phone sideways. Lots of places to find the Aaron Schachter Show. Oh, and by the way, we're on the radio, ESPN 690.
You ever felt like you didn't turn the oven off or didn't close the garage?
Sure.
I don't know if I took myself out of programming Aux to record those traffic reports. I'm in my head now, and I'm just like, I didn't normally, but see, normally I'm rushing to get back into the break, you know? And so it's so close, I remember turning it on because it's so soon.
Mm-hmm.
I finished with like a minute or so left before we got into the block.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I casually hit the program and Aux back on here.
Like second nature, and you just didn't remember it, or you just didn't do it to begin with.
Yeah, I don't know which one. It's like a this or that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're going to have to go back and listen to it and make fun of you. Kind of like I made fun of Reg Jones, my good friend, when I came in this morning.
Oh.
You know, they were reporting on Pat Williams. You know, Pat Williams, co-founder / one of the first GMs of the Orlando Magic. He passed away.
No, I didn't know that.
84 years old.
Oh, he lived.
Yeah. No, great life.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're reporting on it on the news this morning over down the dial at WOKV. And I guess Rich had a little tickle happen because he started to crack up at a very inopportune time. And so apparently it was very funny, the story. Or at least he didn't want people to think he thought so. Couldn't stop himself from laughing. A little more respect is needed there. Trying to make fun of me for the time I cracked up at a similar story about a PGA golfer 15 years ago. It's like, see, everyone makes mistakes.
It passed away?
Yeah.
And
I was doing a
you
story,
laughed? I mean, I'm trying
not
to...
on purpose. Someone made a noise, and then I caught the giggles. So I tried to fight through it as a professional.
How do you fight through
You can't.
giggles?
You can't. You take a breath, you center yourself, and you start to try and talk again. But the literal second you make eye contact with anybody, you start laughing again.
Is Jake involved with this sound? Because I feel like this is who made the sound?
Rich.
Oh.
Rich supposed to be responsible. Back then he was the news director.
Got you.
So he's made fun of me for a decade and a half.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn. I almost cut up the audio. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want people to know about this. I'm just going to talk about it.
I made sure the hotkeys were up. I was like, he's really going to do this to Reg on the air? On the stream, on IG?
He likes to tease. All right, buddy. Maybe you should focus on your own work is all.
Or just keep it in your hip pocket. You know what I mean? You never know when there's a battle going to brew over the airwaves.
Hey, speaking of brewing, we may need to go to break very soon. I don't know.
I told you to go. Okay. Well, you let me know. I see you run out here. I'll start playing the bump music.
I want to get into this piece from our friend Garrett because he
Okay.
was nice enough to come on the show, and I think he's really good at what he does over there at CBS Sports. Garrett Podell wrote a piece predicting the last place team in each NFL division for 2024. And I ran it by you. I was like, what do you think? Do you agree with most of these? And some of them you do. Some of them you don't. I think Garrett's on the right track here. And we could start with the easy ones. Let's start with the AFC East because I think the whole world is in agreement on this one. AFC East has last place for the Patriots written all over it. Last year they finished 4-13. I think they're going to be worse this year. Like, they had their quarterback issues last year, but at least their quarterbacks had experience.
Yeah.
Now you're bringing Drake May in. According to Merrill Hodge, Drake May is going to get Jared Mayo fired. According to the early reports from Jared Mayo, Drake May's got a lot to work on. Hard to say Drake May, Jared Mayo over and over again.
But you do it somehow.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying. You don't disagree with that take, though. The Patriots, last place in the AFC East.
Not at all. Going to be a cold fall and winter up there in New England.
You can disagree on first, second, and third place in there. I've seen everybody picking the Bills or the Jets or the Dolphins, but everyone thinks that the Patriots are going to be the worst. How about the AFC West? It's another one that I think everyone's pretty much in unison on. You had a little bit of a contention here. Garrett has the Broncos, and I don't disagree with that take. I think Sean Payton is destined for failure here. I don't think he's got enough playmakers on that team.
I sure hope so.
I think they got worse than last year. They had an 8-9 finish. 8-9 was actually good for second place in the West, if you believe that.
Yeah.
That being said, I think they'll be worse than the Chargers. I think they'll be worse than the Raiders. You know they'll be worse than the Chiefs. And I'm not really sure what the bright side is for Sean Payton and Bo Nix in Denver this year.
Where's Zach Wilson?
Or Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Or Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
But you felt a little bit differently.
Well, yeah, the natural inclination is to go towards Denver. I hope that. It's a little unsettling how much I hope for no success for Sean Payton.
You're not alone.
The
What's your beef
smugness
with
of it all.
Is it smugness?
Yeah, and I was like, you had Drew Brees, and I get it. You got to actually coach. I understand that, but you had Drew Brees.
And Greg Williams at the top of his game, defensive coordinator.
You know what I mean? And the whole bounty gate. Like, calm down. Like, calm down with your smugness. You should be super confident, but there's just something about him that I don't vibe with.
They made a Netflix movie about Sean Payton.
Really? What's it called?
No, I'm not even joking. It starred Kevin James. It was a Netflix movie. It was an awful movie. Awful.
What's it called?
I'll look it up for you.
You're being serious.
Dead serious.
I'm waiting on the punchline.
There is no punchline.
I'm like, King of Queens? I was like, no. Paul Blart?
Kevin,
I was like, yeah.
A thinned-up Kevin James played Sean Payton in a Netflix movie.
How dare they? Why?
It was about him going back to teach, like, high school football or something. After he got fired from the NFL or suspended from the NFL. And I'm like, for a guy that smug, for them to make a Netflix movie, I'm like, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense to me.
That being said, he may, now that he has things exactly the way he wants, seemingly, even at the quarterback position, there may be some pieces there in order for him to not be dead last. The Raiders seem to be a bit fumbly around with their roster, with you don't know
who's going to quarterback for them this year.
And that's the most important position, and then Antonio.
They lost Josh Jacobs in the backfield.
Antonio Pierce got to show me again. I know the players seemingly love him, but as a head coach, like, we gonna see.
They really needed help on defense, and instead they drafted a tight end for the second year in a row.
Now, granted, great prospect at tight end.
Well, they got two of them. They had Michael Meyer from the year before.
Yeah, and so, depending on what they want to do and who's quarterbacking.
I mean, they could be building the next Gronk and Aaron Hernandez minus the murders.
I say, which one's Aaron Hernandez? Bro,
I got to imagine that would be Brock Bowers.
Bowers said, not me.
Well, okay. Minus the murders.
But, yeah, it's a toss-up between those two teams as far as last in that particular division for me.
The Kevin James movie was called Home Team. It's a 2022 Netflix movie.
Really?
The family-friendly football comedy stars Kevin James. It's the latest entry in the genre, and it's based on a very real situation that happened to New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton.
Really?
Back in 2012.
I heard nothing about this.
He was suspended from the NFL for a year, and he went back to teach high school football to the kids at, I think, at his son's school. Really painted him as a nice guy. And I'm like, this is complete garbage.
Yeah, propaganda even.
The movie is awful, and quite frankly, the story is a hot dumpster fire.
It wasn't good?
It was awful.
Kevin James usually can pull it off.
Yes, I love Kevin James.
And even he was like, man, it was an easy money grab.
Shout out to Queens, alumnus right here.
Netflix was paying, and I said, okay, I got nothing to do.
Nothing to do. I watched it, and I regretted it. What about the NFC North?
What about it?
NFC North. Who's going to end up in last place in the NFC North? Garrett says it's going to be the Vikings.
I'm about to say, does Minnesota still have a team?
I find it hard to disagree with the Vikings. You got the Lions are not going to end up in last. Oof. You've got the Packers. They're not going to end up in last. But you got the Bears and the Vikings.
No, you don't.
A lot of people think the Bears are going to be good enough to get to the playoffs because he's got so many tools around Caleb Williams. But you were talking about a position at quarterback that this man is playing where even the best of the best all time have horrific first years. The speed of the game, understanding the defenses, changing plays at the line, getting tricked on plays at the line, having to remember much bigger playbooks, having all new teammates around you.
Or, even though it's fewer and far in between these examples, he could be Big Ben. It could be a C.J. Stroud kind of situation where you have some stability, you have pieces around you like you just said, and all the player has to do at quarterback is not jack things up, as opposed to being the guy, even though you're the number one overall pick so early in your career. I'm high on the Bears. I think they did Justin Fields wrong. They don't believe so. And they got Caleb Williams, who by all accounts is supposedly the best quarterback in this draft and the best quarterback we've seen since, I don't know, Trevor Lawrence or whoever was the last generational talent to come out of college. I can't see a scenario where Chicago is worse than Minnesota, all things being equal, everybody staying fairly healthy.
I can. I don't think that's the way it's going to play out. I think it's likely the Vikings are bad this year. But I can see a situation in which Caleb Williams gets off to a rough start and begins to question himself. You hear this all the time. A guy like Tua Tagovailoa, I think in year 3, was questioning whether he actually belongs in the NFL.
To be fair.
To be fair, what? Year 4, he was almost the MVP of the league.
Well, a couple of things happened that way that, I guess if they happened to Caleb the same way, he would question in the same way.
I'm not even talking concussions.
Well, concussion and his play. It was fine, I guess, beforehand, but, it wasn't off the charts. Granted, he didn't start off with Tyreek Hill. He didn't start off with some of the guys he had around him as well. So I just think that even if we're talking about the starting off point, what Caleb Williams has day one as the starter in Chicago is far greater than what Tua had when he started off.
Agree.
And that should bring him confidence. But you're right, slow start.
No, it should bring him confidence. But I think this is like one of those positions in major sports. I guess all of them are technically, but this is definitely one of those positions where confidence counts. And if you don't got it, it's not going to go well for you. I think it becomes pretty obvious. Hey, staying in the NFC, let's go to the West. The NFC West is one of those easy ones, I think, because it's not going to be the Niners. You don't believe Seattle's going to end up in last place, but they got a new head coach. They've had some player turnover. You got the Cardinals that I think everyone is expecting to go in last place, but you just drafted a generational talent at wide receiver. You've got a top 15 quarterback on the team, likely. So, as long as you got that, can you really be that bad? That bad? And then you've got the Rams. Depending on who you ask, are either going to go 6-11 or make the Super Bowl. Tremendous offensive line, decent running back, 2 great wide receivers, and a quarterback whose hips are made of graham cracker at this point.
I thought it was Bill Belichick.
No, shout out to Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford.
One of the tougher guys in football. He's had some injuries that sound harrowing, like a broken back and stuff like that. But also, you're almost 37. You're going to be 37 years old. Like, chances are it's not getting easier to stay on the field.
And you're getting sacked off the field, by your wife. She's just telling all your business. I'm telling how
I don't think that's a real thing.
Okay.
You also lost Aaron Donald.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Your wife is telling your business. I'm gonna stay right there, and I know you tried to move off of it, but it's tough on and off the field, man.
I don't think
got a chip on his shoulder or his hips.
My wife isn't telling my business. I don't think his wife is telling his business.
Definitely told his business.
She told her business. I can't believe we're gonna do this again.
His name is all up in the business,
but it's her story.
It was about their relationship.
No, it was about her trying to trick him into being in the relationship.
The gymnastics you're doing right now, you should go try out for the Olympics. See if
so is she not allowed to tell that story because he's in it?
She can do anything she wants. Clearly.
Let me reset.
She can do anything she wants.
For anyone who doesn't know.
Okay, let's reset.
Kelly Stafford told a story a few weeks ago on a podcast that she basically started to date the backup quarterback at Georgia, which I think we found out who it was through some investigatory work. But she basically started to date the bad boy backup quarterback at Georgia because she wanted Matt Stafford to wake up, to open his eyes and be like, hey, we should be together. And it worked. And she grabbed him. And it's over.
Yeah.
Locked it up.
Yeah. Switch those two people around. The energy would be so different. But my point is, Aaron, he has to deal with the kind of struggle off the field. I think that he brings that chip on his shoulder, like you said, his graham cracker hips on the field.
Wild.
And he helps the Rams not be at the bottom of that division. Not at all.
Kelly Stafford can tell Kelly Stafford's story. She doesn't
I'm
need
not
Matt
disagreeing.
Stafford's permission for that.
I'm not saying she shouldn't tell the story. As a matter of fact, I just said she can do what she wants. Clearly, she showed that. It doesn't mean that it doesn't affect Matthew Stafford.
I don't think it affects him at all.
See, that's where you want to disconnect so bad.
I don't think he cares.
Okay.
I think he thinks it's funny. What's he care now? It's 30 years later.
True. It's fine. I got with your boy. I got with your roommate.
But he knew.
And I got you.
He knew they were together.
That's fine.
He's the one who told her to stop dating him.
Yeah. It's fine.
This is not a surprise to him.
It's cool.
And I guarantee you this.
Yeah.
She's not telling that story this year if she hadn't already told him years ago.
I'm sure. It's fine.
Like, I'm sure in the first year they were dating, she said it to him.
That's why it's so cool, because I already told him. So now I
Here's
can
the
tell
thing.
the
Here's the
7
thing,
billion other people who could tune into my podcast.
As a confident starting quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams.
It don't got anything to do with confidence,
I
man.
can tell you that the story doesn't bother me because she did it to get me. I was the prize, not the backup quarterback. She used this poor schlub.
Or you were manipulated. But either way, you're right. You're together and you're happy. Fine.
Manipulation.
You don't think that's okay?
I mean,
the other division.
It's a little more nefarious than I think she was being.
It's manipulation. Aaron, you would be a great defense attorney. There's still time.
Just say I don't think it was so evil what she did. It was tricky.
Manipulation isn't always evil.
Okay,
okay,
fine.
tricky.
No,
manipulation.
We can call it manipulation. I'm just saying I don't think like what she did was evil. I don't think she was trying to take advantage of somebody. I think she had a game plan and she executed it.
All right. Strategic.
Shout out to Kelly Stafford.
Man.
Getting it done.
No, getting it done. My bad. Take that back. She got it done.
She did get it
Good
done.
for her, man.
She did get it done. It's her time to shine. NFC South.
Go ahead. Oh, great transition. I love it. Yeah, there you go, Asper.
NFC South. You got the Falcons. You got the Bucks. You got the Aints. And you got the Heidi Hands.
Come on now.
The Panthers.
You already know. My boys. My squad.
You're proud of this,
We live in the
huh?
basement, boy. We get it out the mud. We stay in the mud for a while.
You got to tell me I'm a veteran of the basement.
You know what I mean?
Veteran.
You understand. You know it when you see it then.
But you don't think the Saints are slipping further
Not
down
at all.
that list?
Not even with Dennis Allen leading you. Not at all. Compared to what, Carolina?
You don't think the Falcons run the risk of Achilles ruptured Kirk Cousins going back on the injury list?
Well, I'm assuming everybody's remaining relatively healthy.
I don't think you should. And I'm not predicting an injury for Kirk Cousins. I'm saying at his advanced age, it's probably more likely he re-injures himself.
That's why they got Michael Penix Jr.
As a rookie, he's not taking that team anywhere special.
Listen, man, I was just rooting for a team in a division with a rookie QB that, like, I want to believe you. I'm with you. But it was just shown to me that it can't happen.
Yeah.
Now, can it happen 2 seasons in a row? I hope I can doubt that, but
As a Heidi Hand Carolina Panthers guy.
Oh, in the gutter.
I'm just
Basement,
saying,
gutter,
if Bryce
graveyard.
If Bryce Young has a rough year this year, is it bust city for you or what?
Nah, not at all. Not bust city.
It's just the team around him.
I mean, yeah, it's not a throwaway year like I do for Trevor with the urban year. But man,
I would have given him that last year for sure.
But last year it was all kinds of mess. Just mess.
Well, now you got a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, a couple of new pieces on the team. It's almost like a second rookie year.
You do. Well,
this is the nonsense that Trevor
things.
started to go through with the changing of the guard. But like guys like, not Derek Carr, David Carr went through on the Texans. He went through, I think, 4 offensive coordinators in his first 4 years. Like, how do you not fail in that scenario?
But, to try to do a correlation with Trevor on that, once he got somebody who was stable at the head coach position, you did see growth, and you saw growth in the entire team as well. But the Jags light years ahead of where Carolina is right now when they made their head coaching change with a rookie QB going into his second year. Light years ahead of where Carolina is right now.
Yeah.
I still think that they'll look better, which isn't saying much, but not enough to get out of the gutter of the NFC South. Not at all.
904-362-9901. Who do you guys predict will be in the last place slot of each of the divisions in the NFL? When we come back, we'll hit the rest of the league. You know, the more I think about it, Brian.
Defense attorney? Law school is only like 3 years, I think.
I was pre-law when I went to college.
I can believe it. You're good at this,
I
man.
quit immediately as soon as I saw how much work there was involved, though. Better believe that. The poor Panthers, man. You know, Justin Fields also, 4 offensive coordinators in his first 4 years. You wonder why it's not working out for such an immensely talented kid?
Yeah.
There's your reason.
Chicago dirty for that, man.
A little bit.
Now get out of here.
904-362-9901. It's the Aaron Schachter Show. Back in a minute.
We would like to apologize in advance for whatever happens on the Aaron Schachter Show.
I would take off my shirt, but I wouldn't want you to faint from all the endorphins that would be running through your body.
The Aaron Schachter Show, weekdays from 3 to 5 on Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. ESPN 690 is your home for Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball.
High to right center. It's out of here.
Hear all of the action from the Crustacean Nation
And Jacksonville's blown this game open.
on Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Sports Center update brought to you by Tailgaters Parking.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Elevate your live music experience with Daly's Place Blue. Live like a VIP with the best seats in the house, premium parking, your own private entrance, VIP lounge access, and guaranteed tickets to sold-out shows. Go to dailysplace.com or call 904-633-2000.
Meet David talking about his experience with BioTarget regenerative therapy at injury care centers.
After my first treatment of BioTarget, I noticed the results right away when I left the office. I was having pain in my knee and I was unable to run. After the treatment, I was able to start running again. I was taking like ibuprofen. It really wasn't working. Really didn't want to consider surgery at all, so that's why I seeked out the BioTargeting. You can have here at the Injury Care Center, they're going to give you 100% money back guarantee for a treatment. I don't know if it gets any better than that. I was amazed about the results. I would definitely recommend this to my friends and family members.
Stop masking your pain with harmful medications. There's a better solution. BioTarget regenerative therapy has helped countless others, and it can help you too. Call 904-92-REGEN or visit gobiotarget.com today.
Rich Jones here. Investing can be more about just filling a bank account. It's about having a secure retirement, protecting your family. Let DLP Capital help you to protect your why. Here's CEO and founder Don Wenner.
I started DLP Capital with an expectation that I could provide my family, my investors, my team members, and the families of my investors with awesome returns, limited volatility, and no losses, all while providing desperately needed affordable housing to the American workforce.
To get your investor's guide and learn more, dial ** invest on your cell phone or visit highyieldreturns.net. When a child gets a diagnosis of cancer, wraparound care is vital. That's why the Child Cancer Fund is proud to announce the Child Cancer Fund Psychosocial Services Endowment in partnership with the Moores Children's Health. This provides music, animal-assisted therapy, psychology, educational services to local kids fighting cancer. It's a holistic approach that has a lifelong impact on the children we serve in our community. To make a donation and support these families, become a monthly donor at childcancerfund.org. That's childcancerfund.org.
You and your children can find safety. Hubbard House offers free, confidential shelter and support for local survivors of domestic violence. Learn more at hubbardhouse.org.
This is the story of the one.
As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, if you're sleeping on the hot summer styles and great prices at Kohl's, you're missing out. I just shopped there and scored stylish shirts for my husband, along with some cute crochet dresses for myself. Plus, I saved 30% with my Kohl's card. But even if you don't have one, you can still save an extra 20% on some other great finds and earn Kohl's cash. So what are you waiting for? Take your summer style from hot to sizzling and get to Kohl's. Select styles, 20% off GPO, valid through July 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
We would like to apologize in advance for whatever happens on the Aaron Schachter Show.
I get some other accoutrements. I get a hash brown to shove into the sandwich. I picked up a little donut stick because I have to grow these buxom bosoms.
The Aaron Schachter Show, weekdays from 3 to 5 on Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. We're talking about which teams will end up on the bottom in 2024. Which teams will be in last place in all the different divisions. What's so funny, Brian?
Nothing, man.
You know, every time you laugh, I got to ask you about it. Just curious. Want to replicate the behavior.
I was laughing because I started thinking, how do you shove a hash brown into a sandwich?
Why is that confusing?
Like, do you open the sandwich up or do you keep the sandwich? Okay, well, that's not really shoving it. I thought you, shoved the sandwich that's already still made.
What you're describing,
bun, protein,
you're describing
cheese bun, and you shove it in there.
You're describing me putting the hash brown in the sandwich without the sandwich's consent. I'm telling you, I had the sandwich's consent.
Oh, you're wow, man. I can't even do that with you right now, man.
I had full permission from the sandwich.
No, you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
I opened it up. There was no resistance whatsoever.
Did you get that on video beforehand?
I did not get a signed authorization.
Okay, well, you know what? Aaron Schachter, Esquire.
Oh, you think I'm headed?
I tell you what,
Okay.
you're messing up, sir.
All right, let's get back to business,
Please.
Brian. Enough of the nonsense.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nonsense stuff. We have done so far. We've done the East. We've done the North. We've done the West. I stopped short of the AFC South, even though we're not going to disagree there. We could certainly save it for last. Over in the NFC, we did the North, we did the West, we did the South. So let's move to the East, where I don't think we agree on this one.
Okay.
Garrett Podell says he believes the Giants will finish last in the division.
That boy Podell good, man.
Last
that boy
year-
Podell is good. Go ahead.
Last year they finished third, 6-11.
Yeah.
No postseason. This offseason they're on Hard Knocks, and I got to tell you, I didn't realize how much of a clown franchise the Giants were until they agreed to do television.
Okay.
It has been an embarrassing couple episodes so far. First and foremost, just the Saquon Barkley thing. For them to allow this to be documented is wild. But Joe Shane looks like a complete idiot on this show.
Yeah.
A complete imbecile.
Yeah.
First, he's like, there's no way the Eagles would ever pay this money to take Saquon Barkley. Then he's got the owner coming into his office, John Mara. He's like, look, man, if this dude ends up on the Eagles, it's going to be really tough for me to sleep at night. When the owner is telling you that and it happens,
Yeah.
oh, that's not good for the job security.
Send him some Benadryl. Send him some magnesium.
So you say the Giants.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say the Commanders. I just got no faith in rookie quarterbacks till I see them do it.
Okay, that's fair.
You don't know if they're if they're going to flatline or not.
I'm with you.
Austin Eckler removed from the Chargers. We don't know what that's going to look like.
I'm with you.
So there's a lot of question marks there. The defense is depleted, heavily depleted, even though you got Dan Quinn heading up that job over there. So we'll see how that works out. I do think the Commanders in the East. And then in the South, we all agree. Me, you, and Garrett. Tennessee Titan City. I think the Colts will be a middling team, somewhere around 7 wins. I think the Texans will have 9 or 10 wins. I think the Jaguars are looking at 12 wins this season.
Look at you, huh? Talk your talk, young
I think the
king.
Jaguars are looking at 12 wins this season, and I think the Titans will be lucky to hit 6. Lucky. More likely, they're going to figure out that maybe Will Pendarvis isn't the thing. Will Levis. Pendarvis was a VJ on MTV. You wouldn't know anything about that. You didn't have cable. Yeah. You wouldn't know anything about
I didn't have HBO.
Oh, you had
Sure.
MTV? You know who Will Pendarvis is?
No, I don't know who that
I
is.
rest my case, Your Honor.
Aaron Schachter, Esquire.
Let's hit the Sports Center. When we come back, we've got a Brian Middleton production and the latest in wife/girlfriend/side chick news. It's the Aaron Schachter Show.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Florida license D056341.
On Guarding Your Nest Egg Radio, Mike Lester, founder of Talon Wealth, focuses on a key question many share. Do I have enough to retire?
For starters, we'll do the math for you. But to me, it's really more about lifestyle. I want to find out what's important to you. I want to find out what your expenses are. And then I'm going to give you a realistic expectation moving forward of how your money needs to be invested to accomplish your goals in retirement.
Get to know Mike at guardingyournestegg.com.
Bueller Aaron Plumbing presents Are You Cool? Today's challenger, a paint color namer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Irving Stapler.
Hi, Howie.
So the next round is word association. I'll say a word and you give me the first word you think of. Engagement ring.
Jeweler.
Gas station.
Fueler.
Aaron Burr.
Dueler.
Air conditioning.
Wow. Jeez. It's a toughie.
Come on, Irv. The sponsor's gonna kill me now.
Oh, Bueller.
That's right, Irv. If your AC is struggling through the summer heat, the first name you should think of for fast, friendly, 5-star service is Bueller Air and Plumbing. The name to know to make sure you are cool. Have a beer, Irv.
Cooler.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
If your home is not located in an evacuation zone, you may be able to shelter at home during a storm. When it's time to shelter in place, remember these tips. Stay inside. Don't forget your disaster supply kit and your pets. Stay safe. Stay away from your windows and exterior doors. Stay put. Do not attempt to leave your home until officials say it's safe. For more tips on hurricane safety, check out the Hurricane Guide at floridadisaster.org/guide.
This message is sponsored by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Did you know that according to the Department of Energy, heating and cooling account for almost half of the home's energy use and expense? We started our insulation business because we wanted to help people save money on those energy bills and live a healthier life.
Schedule a free evaluation today at koalainsulation.com.
Koala Insulation. Clean, knowledgeable, and trusted.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-372-2017. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-372-2017. 800-372-2017. 800-372-2017.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Studios, Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
I'm Doug Brown. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reports the Clippers and Jazz agree to a sign and trade. Russell Westbrook will likely be bought out by the Jazz so he can join the Nuggets. Chris Dunn will sign a 3-year, $17 million deal with the Clippers. The new 12-team college football playoff starts this year. Rookie ESPN analyst Nick Saban.
The downside of it is I just wish that we could put the 12 best teams in the playoffs. Not worry about conference champions and all that kind of stuff. And if you do get beat in a conference championship game and you're one of the best teams, you still should get in there.
Nick Saban on College Football Live. Veteran NFL wideout Randall Cobb will join the SEC network. As a college football analyst, Cobb has played 13 years in the NFL. Last year with the Jets, he has not officially retired from the league. First round of the Open Championship, Shane Lowry, the leader right now after a 5-under 66. He's one shot ahead of Daniel Brown, who's still on the course. Bryson DeChambeau, a 5-over 76. Rory McIlroy, a 7-over 78.
Hey, it's Courtney Cronin. Coming up Friday, I'll tell you what the best and worst outcomes are for Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and Caleb Williams this season. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-900-4770, 904-900-4770. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-900-4770.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds. It's Christmas in July. Save up to 40% store-wide at Beard's Diamonds.
Let's go! It's Military Appreciation Night this Saturday, July 20th at the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Come for exciting football action and to help salute and celebrate our military this Saturday. As a thank you, all active and retired servicemen and women can get a special buy one, get one free ticket deal. Let's go! Grab the new family 4-packs and save up to $65. Purchase yours today. Call 904-621-0700 for more information. That's 904-621-0700. Or go to jacksharks.com. Make sure to check out the special military jersey auction and player autograph session on the field after the game to get photos with your favorite player or dancer. Don't miss all the fun this Saturday, July 20th at the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. For tickets, visit jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. Let's go.
Meet Mike Lester.
Talent is not going to be the right choice for every single person out there, right? Because everybody is different. We do well when our clients do well. We're literally sitting on the same side of the table with them. We're in this together.
Yeah.
When you do well, I'll do well. Once we have that understanding, then we can come up with a plan that's designed to help you be successful in retirement.
Find out more at guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Florida License D056341.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-900-4770, 904-900-4770. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-900-4770.
Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
You ready? Yeah. Turn up your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. You know, I got to tell you, since I was a kid, I always wanted a radio show.
Really?
I mean, I didn't know I'd end up with a few of them, but
makes one of us.
I always wanted a radio show since I was a kid. And one of the things I always wanted to do was have an audience that was in on the joke with me. So I'm a somewhat toxic person, but it's just jokes. We're just having fun. And I don't mind the return volley. That's fine.
Where's this coming from?
I'm just saying we had a comment in the chat from Kilkenny.
Oh, my dog killed Kenny.
He's watching on YouTube.
My dog killed Kenny.
Shout out to the YouTube audience. He goes, wow, 2 days in a row.
Oh, that's woke. Yo, that's wild work, man.
What if only he knew we almost didn't do the show today.
I know. Listen, you almost didn't get a chance to do that. You almost had to keep that one to yourself.
You almost had to keep that one locked up.
Sir.
Keep it in the chamber. That's probably not right these days, but yeah, we almost you should feel blessed, Kilkenny.
To this day.
2 days in a row. You're welcome.
There you go. You want you're welcome? You want to thank you?
Yeah, there it is. All right, it's the Aaron Schachter Show. Welcome back. 904-362-9901. I feel great now.
Do you?
A couple pounds lighter.
I see you took a TV time out.
A little TV time.
You know what I mean? You had to go back upstairs and talk it over with the coordinators or something, man.
Did some construction is what I did.
I see what you did, man.
There's lots still to do on the show today, Brian.
Is there?
We have the latest in wife, girlfriend, side chick news. We've got a Brian Middleton production.
Oh, that's true.
I've got a Terrell Owens story about how Tom Brady completely disrespected this Hall of Fame legend. And if we have time, maybe a little What Did I Learn? We haven't played What Did I Learn in like a month. It's been a long time. But I think where we will start is the latest in wife, girlfriend, side chick news. A little music for this thing. Why don't you bring it down a little bit? I'll talk over it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me bring it down. This guy is out of pocket, man.
What's the problem?
I love it, man.
You sent me a link the other day. You wanted my feedback on it. This isn't necessarily sports-related wife, girlfriend, side chick news, but it's related to the conversation we've been having on the show. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy with a new movie out.
Really?
Axel F, Netflix.
Good for him.
Look at all the things you're missing, Brian.
Good for him.
I got to get you on the side account over here. Eddie Murphy has married Paige Butcher, not Paige Beckers, from UConn.
Then you would have a problem.
I mean, Paige Butcher is Eddie Murphy's new wife in a private Caribbean ceremony. You know Maria Menounos?
Who doesn't?
She looks a little bit like Maria Menounos in this picture.
God bless America. Good for him. You hear me?
She's an Australian model, Paige Butcher.
Good for him.
But you sent it to me for a different reason.
Why?
You sent it to me because they've got an age gap.
Whoa. They do.
I'm trying to find that age gap, but the story.
63 and 44, I believe.
According to People magazine, which also shared exclusive photos from the ceremony. Wonder how they got in, crashing that party. Murphy and Butcher got married on July 9th. Small private ceremony, close friends and family in attendance.
Okay.
They were first engaged in 2018. It's a long engagement.
Eddie likes to take his time.
If you're Paige Butcher and you're 4 years into this and get 5 years into the engagement.
Yeah, she forced it.
You're like, are we doing this? Is this going to happen? They were dating since 2012. Shout out to Eddie. Sticking with it. They share an 8-year-old daughter, 5-year-old son. They welcomed their first child together in 2016. Second child in 2018.
Ooh, that boy Eddie.
And then after having the second child 6 years later, they got married.
He's like, I guess. Sure.
Pop quiz. How many children does Eddie Murphy have?
10.
Oh, you read the article.
I read the article. I knew he had a bunch.
Just short of a dozen. 10 kids. That's a lot.
Hey, not to sound too thirsty, but man, Eddie Murphy, and I get the whole fame and money thing and making people laugh. He should write a book because between Nicole Murphy and this one you just said looks like Maria Menounos.
Yeah, her name is Paige Butcher.
I'd have 10 kids by now too.
Is the gap 63-44? I don't see it in the article.
Yeah.
That's not much of a gap.
Yo, they started dating 12 years prior.
Okay, let me whip out the calculator.
Yeah. Where's Chase Bunker when you need him?
Where's Chase?
With trigonometry.
And his dumb trivia trigonometry. 63 minus 12 would be 51.
51.
And then Paige, who's 44, would have been 32.
32.
51 and 32.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
It's 19 years.
I'm fine.
So I'm still wanting to make sure I understand. Are you gonna hit the button again?
No, we're good.
Oh, we're good now?
Oh, this is the part where you want to understand.
I want to make sure I understand. Under 20 years, you're good with.
Negative. That's not how it works. Not how it works.
And see, Aaron, this is what I texted you. I knew eventually, because we're all hypocrites. Every last one of us.
Are you calling me a hypocrite?
I'm about to. Let me just wrap this
goodness.
up. We're all hypocrites. But you stood up here and you lambasted Bill Belichick.
Earned it.
You kicked Spider-Man down.
Earned it.
And Michelle Thibodeau, your foe, your frenemy. You two never get along about anything. Yeah. You guys disagree on 97% of the things.
Yeah.
I mean, locked in step, arm in arm about this. Just knocking man after man. You've knocked down Shaquille O'Neal. And now I get here, get you an article with another famous guy.
Yeah.
And I'm consistent. I'm going to be like, I don't got a problem with it. Two consenting adults.
I don't got a problem with this either. I'm with you.
But if we're being clear based off of your logic, he was 19 when she was born. He's old enough to be her dad. Easily be her dad.
No, don't say easy.
There's plenty of 19. At 63, they were having babies.
I get it.
Okay.
But it's not something you find commonly anymore.
Hypocrisy.
And that's not why I don't have a beef with it. I don't have a beef with it because when they started dating, she was over the age of 30.
It's not adding up for me.
It's not
adding up for me.
Look, I've said this previously. My problem is not about the gap in years as much like the number of years between them. My problem is much more with the age of the person relative to the age of the other person in terms of where they're at in their lives generationally, right? So Eddie Murphy dating a 32-year-old in his 50s, you have relatively the same adult interests. You're watching the same TV shows.
All right. I know that we see these demographics in radio where it's like 18 to 74 is all one group.
It's not a demographic.
I know it's not, but it feels like it sometimes. That's not true. If you're in your 50s, and you're in your 30s,
Bill
you probably
Belichick had to take his girlfriend to a Taylor Swift concert.
This ain't about Bill Belichick.
No, this is my point. Bill Belichick at 72 doesn't belong at a Taylor Swift concert. But Paige Butcher at 44 is probably going to see who? I don't know. Pink? Someone older? Who's older than Pink? Help me out.
And I get Celine Dion?
Fine. Celine Dion. Eddie Murphy's in the Celine Dion age crowd. Like, their lives, it's close enough for them.
I see what you're doing now. No, I'm not going to help this weak argument.
She is an adult.
Once and for all, what's the age that you don't have a problem with in an age gap relationship? Since the years don't seem to be a problem now that the person's in the 30s when they started dating. What's the age for the younger person where you stop having an issue?
If you are over 50 and your girlfriend was in high school during the pandemic, it's a problem.
Younger person's age. I need it now, Aaron, because the hypocrisy is still there.
It's not just a number.
You're moving the goalpost. No, you just said by the time you're in your 30s, so I'm assuming that 30 on up. If it's 29 days, 329 years, 355 days, you still have an issue with it. Or, 365 days, you still have an issue with it. Or 364 days. Whatever it is in a year. 29 years, 364 days.
I'll give you another litmus test.
You have an issue with it.
Another litmus test.
Okay, man.
Eddie Murphy has 10 kids.
Yeah, he does, boy.
Not
good for him.
Not one of them is older than his wife.
Good for him.
Not one of his kids are older than his wife.
Here's the issue. Okay, so here's the issue I have with you. If one thing's checked off, you can always go to another thing if you have an issue with it.
I
just need some consistency.
You're asking me for the reasons.
Just give me an age number.
I don't have one. I'm saying a 20-something shouldn't date a 60-something. That's as close as I can get. Once you're 30, I'm almost like, hey, it's your call.
Okay.
Do what you do.
That's not the energy you've been giving off, but we didn't have this particular example.
Well, every girl we're talking about is a 21-year-old.
That's fair. But
dating
this is not
a senior citizen.
But this isn't the energy you gave off.
Ice Spice was like 21, wasn't she? 24?
There's going to be something where you're going to have to move the goalposts again. And I can't wait for that time to catch you.
I'm saying, if your brain isn't done developing, you shouldn't be dating someone who's your grandfather's age.
So then 25. Then you're fine then. At 25, you're fine.
I said 30-something, but okay.
Well, okay. I mean, how specific are we being about the brain stopping development?
Well, it matters to me, right? It matters to me. If you're 21, you're not an adult to me in that sense.
Okay.
I know the country thinks you're an adult. I know you can drink. I know you can go to war. I know you can buy a pack of cigarettes. But as a person at 21, you're not making real adult decisions yet.
Listen, my parents always told me, when you can start going to prison, you're an adult.
All right, but they send 14-year-olds to prison sometimes.
Oh, no, they don't. They still don't send them to prison yet.
I mean, do you know where you live? 14-year-old ends up murdering someone, they might be charged as an adult.
Well, no, they're charged as an adult, but they're not sent to prison until they turn 18. Trust me, I know this. I'm just saying,
I'm
Aaron.
not going to question you on prison culture.
I'm just saying this, Aaron. Once and for all, this is the last goalpost move by Aaron Schachter.
Oh, it won't be.
And it's so, and I'm so fortunate that your dog Thibodeau ain't here to egg you on and be like, "That's right, yeah."
Listen, shout out to Bria Murphy. Shout out to Christian Murphy. Shout out to Eric Murphy. Shout out to Zola Murphy. Shout out to Bella Murphy. Shout out to Shane Murphy. Shout out to Miles Murphy. Shout out to Angel Iris Murphy Brown. None of them are older than Paige Butchers.
Okay.
And that's why it works. One of the reasons. That's all. So this is approved. Aaron Schachter Show approved. Eddie Murphy can date this lady. But the next story is a wild one. All right, there you go. Now you can
sorry,
move
I had you low now.
The next story is a wild one.
You threw me off. Okay, I'm back down. We're back down. Here we go. I pulled it back up to play the done.
I understand wild things happen in college recruitment. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes an exchange of money illegally happens. Sometimes an exchange of goods or products, a car maybe.
Wow. We're way to describe it.
Now with NIL, a lot of it is legal.
Okay.
I don't think what's going to be described here is that legal, though. Apparently, there is a hostesses program in Tennessee at the University of Tennessee where female co-eds at the university are used to recruit football players from high school. And the New York Times did a big expose on this piece and found that the University of Tennessee is not the only one doing it.
Okay.
These universities are sending a gaggle of ladies out there to go hang with high school kids and show them a good time. They say, Aaron, what do you mean? Show them a good time. Get specific. You're talking
What do you
about,
mean by that?
Yeah, talking about high school kids with college girls. And I'm like, I don't know. No one's really saying. But the leaks who have talked to the New York Times talk about wild parties with drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And maybe some other activities that could be illegal. Intimate activities. Big expose by the New York Times. And then, in light of that big expose from the New York Times, a lot of outlets now are writing on the brief history of hostesses programs. And they're from the schools you would expect them to come from.
Where are those schools?
For instance, Bear Bryant used to have a gaggle of hostesses.
They were hosting in the 1900s like that? The
1960s.
Oh, 1960s like that?
They were called Bears Angels.
Yo!
They became a staple of the college recruiting landscape.
Yeah, they were.
More famous than the recruits themselves in some ways. You got school officials creating these groups. I wonder how those conversations go. You want to help out the school? Boy, have I got a gig for you. They're particularly popular, according to the New York Times and other outlets, in the Southeast and the West. I mean, you could imagine all kinds of USC, UCLA groups, can't you? Alabama. I mean, Georgia's not getting 5-star recruits every year for no reason. Sure, Georgia's got something going.
Boy, Aaron, you got the music playing here. You got the quiet storm outside. This is perfect. You can't hear the thunder probably on the radio, but...
I heard another school, and you're like, yeah, this school, ASU, Arizona State.
Boy, let me tell you.
Tell me, Brian.
Let me tell you, Arizona State
Tell
Sun
me.
Devils, tell you what, they ain't get that name for no reason.
2003 campus newspaper's investigation into Arizona State's all-female recruiting group reveals the members routinely supplied underage high school recruits with wild parties, alcohol, and occasionally sex.
I don't know the hotkey to play for that, so I'm gonna leave that alone. I was gonna do one, I was like, I don't know.
Occasionally, sex. It's like a party.
Yeah. Is it?
The ASU article revealed intriguing details about the structure of these groups.
A lot of snitching going on.
Their
Who they
relationships
talking to, man?
who they report to, who supports their budget. Sun Devils coach and athletic director at the time essentially admitted that they knew very little about how these groups worked and liked it that way. They wanted nothing to do with it.
I bet they did like it that way.
But if you know what's going on, doesn't that make you complicit?
Plausible deniability.
Apparently. Similar tales came out of Oregon. Many women saying that while the school didn't ask them to do inappropriate things, the recruits themselves often felt entitled to more than just a nice dinner. One high-profile recruit, she says, tried to lure her to his hotel room. He says to her, the girls at Kentucky and Georgia did it. It's happening all over the country.
It's happening everywhere, including the places that weren't named. Outside of Vanderbilt, I don't think they're doing it at all.
Also, two essential outside of Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
The two essential facts that every hostess group shares. You want to guess what they are?
Not rhetorical.
Mm-mm. Two facts. Number one is that they all have cutesy names. Like the Texas Angels, the Hurricane Honeys, the Bengal Babes, the Stately Ladies, the Black-Eyed Susans, the Tigerettes.
Black-Eyed Susans?
I have no idea what school that is. The Crimson Quarters. Bears Angels eventually came the Bama Bells. But the other fact, they're almost all universally female. No dudes in these groups. Trying to recruit the female athletes.
Well, it's about to be some. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah.
Could you imagine being a dad, sending your daughter off to one of these schools, paying $800,000 a year for college?
Man, ain't no. What do you mean by that one, though? I mean,
what do you mean? What do I mean? I got a daughter. I got two daughters.
Well, what does that have to do with?
I'm gonna send them off to school to go get an education.
Oh, and they become one of the.
They become a hostess.
They become one of the
Bama Bell.
Oh yeah, okay, the Bama Bells.
Or Black-Eyed Susan, whatever that is.
What do you got to do to get into the Black-Eyed Susans?
I don't think you want to be. You don't want to be in the Black-Eyed Susans.
Feels like, once you're in forever. Yeah, well, let me tell you something, Aaron Schachter. I got audio from every teenage boy recruit that's making close to $100,000 on up to $1 million NIL before they even step foot onto the campus, all right? Pretty much a big consensus. This is what they had to say to this article, this expose.
Okay.
This lamenting of dry snitching.
We do not care.
Yeah. Yeah, at all.
No, they love it.
Yeah.
This is part of the reason they want to get recruited.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. I'm not stupid. I'm just saying there's a whole other half of the equation here. Like, do these girls even want to be doing this? You make that face, Brian. There's a difference.
No. Don't try to make it.
There's a difference between hosting a party, taking a dude out to a dinner where he gets to see the campus, and being forced into a situation that you don't necessarily want to be in.
I agree 100%. So before anybody 10 years from now takes this and stops it right here, let me stress this again.
Okay.
I agree 100% with what you're saying right there.
All right.
However, if you're trying to get into the group, you understand that you're going to be hosting, and there's probably going to be people who bring up the fact if a recruit or if multiple recruits, or you're in a situation where you don't feel comfortable, this is the contingency plan. Either you're with somebody else in the Bells Balls, or you have a phone number, or you report it to me directly, you know what I mean, so that we can take care of it. But you're not going in with what do you call it, the stuff over your eyes? I can't think of the
wool pulled over your eyes?
Yeah, you're not going in like that. Stop it.
Listen,
knock it off. No one's keeping you here. I'm joking when you say you're in this for life. You can quit at any point in time.
I'm 44 years old. I am just today.
Good for you.
I was today years old when I found out that this existed. You're telling me some 17-year-old you knew officially? You knew that there were groups that did this?
First of all, the Rick Pitino thing in Louisville, it happened like 5 or 6 years ago when they reported on it. So if you didn't know then, but I mean, I don't know what you were watching back at that point in time.
Not Rick Pitino.
Aaron, I sent you the text message of the IG link of the part in He Got Game that was starring Ray Allen and Denzel Washington.
Yes.
Where he's sitting across from Rick Fox, who is supposed to be one of the guys on the collegiate team, and Jesus Shuttlesworth, he's being recruited, and a gaggle of bunnies walk up to the table, and basically Rick Fox is like, not right now, but we'll get with you. and then him and Ray Allen have a back and forth. But that's kind of a part of the recruiting, even though that wasn't an official, like,
it was a movie. It's not even a documentary.
There's no way. I'm not buying the fact that you've never even thought about this happening, let alone not hearing about this happening.
Well, I thought there might be professionals involved. I didn't think you had college co-eds signing up to be part of a special sorority that went out and did it. Also, if I'm a 17-year-old girl going to college as a freshman and someone from the athletic department comes to me and is like, hey, you can join your sorority sisters and make $500 a night just by showing a football recruit out around the town, show them all the fun things to do, all the clubs to go to. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I was going to the clubs anyway. Come to find out, at the end of dinner, there's another expectation there. Well, that's not what I signed up for.
That's not what you signed up for, and you shouldn't have to feel that uncomfortable situation happen to yourself.
It sounds like a majority of it is happening that way.
Well, now, hold on now. Now, see, now you're speaking a little bit in hyperbole. I think I used that word right. The majority,
you did, by the way, you did.
The majority, or is that the way that this expose is portraying it?
I don't even think they're doing it. I think I just said it right now, but yeah.
I don't not believe that this is not
happening
multiple times.
If it happens at all, it's not right.
But, if you're going to the club anyway at 17, that's probably not right. You're probably sneaking in, unless you're going to an under 18 club, which who does that?
Unless you're with Bama Bells, and then it's like all you get in no matter what, because you're with the football team.
But you do make a point versus a professional versus someone who is actually a student there, let alone 18, 19. Okay, I get your point.
Have a kid, man, so we can finish this conversation. This is wild to me.
Have a kid so I can
This is wild to me. Because you're still of the mind that, you would like to have this happen to you as a recruit as well.
No, Aaron. I'm just living in the real world. I knew this was happening back at my time at Georgia Southern. I knew this happened before I got to Georgia Southern. So I'm over here. I'm just a little As
a 6'8" dude with a decent jump shot, did you get recruited by the Georgia Southern Georgettes?
No, I walked on for a cup of coffee there. I did my recruiting elsewhere, but it was for football.
Ooh.
I wasn't that great.
How'd that go?
I wasn't that great in either one. Well, clearly I went to Georgia Southern on an academic scholarship.
I was just talking about the recruitment parties. I didn't know about these. I want to live vicariously through you.
No, it wasn't anything like at Alabama.
It's the Aaron Schachter Show. We'll take a quick break. We've got a game to play when we come back.
Oh.
A little bit of Dead or Alive on the Aaron Schachter Show, ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Sunshine will give way to scattered heavy afternoon showers and storms today, with highs in the mid-90s and then dropping into the 70s and 80s when we get into the rain. Down into the 70s tonight under partly cloudy skies and a partly sunny Friday. A few afternoon showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, with highs reaching the mid-90s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds. It's Christmas in July. Save up to 40% store-wide at Beard's Diamonds.
Let's go! It's Military Appreciation Night this Saturday, July 20th at the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Come for exciting football action and to help salute and celebrate our military this Saturday. As a thank you, all active and retired servicemen and women can get a special buy one, get one free ticket deal. Let's go! Grab the new family 4-packs and save up to $65. Purchase yours today. Call 904-621-0700 for more information. That's 904-621-0700. Or go to jacksharks.com. Make sure to check out the special military jersey auction and player autograph session on the field after the game to get photos with your favorite player or dancer. Don't miss all the fun this Saturday, July 20th at the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. For tickets, visit jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. Let's go.
Meet Mike Lester.
Talent is not going to be the right choice for every single person out there, right? Because everybody is different. We do well when our clients do well. We're literally sitting on the same side of the table with them. We're in this together.
Yeah.
When you do well, I'll do well. Once we have that understanding, then we can come up with a plan that's designed to help you be successful in retirement.
Find out more at guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth and SEC registered investment advisor. Florida license D056341.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-900-4770, 904-900-4770. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-900-4770.
Jaguars football is right around the corner. New players, existing superstars, and a great home schedule have optimism at an all-time high. Tailgaters delivers a premium experience every game. Tailgaters parking is right across the street from Everbank Stadium. Tailgaters offers clean, permanent restrooms, a full-service bar and grill. All parking spots are on well-kept grass lots. Demand is high, so spaces are very limited. Get your Jaguars season parking today at tailgatorsparking.com. Don't wait and miss out. Go to tailgatorsparking.com.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world here in Jacksonville as they compete for the first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jaguars. With the series trophy on the line, competition will be fierce. Tickets on sale now for as low as $35. Buy your tickets today at statesidecup.com. That's statesidecup.com.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the last tool has been put away. Now is the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hardworking tools at hardworking prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Connect with us on Facebook.
What do you mean by that?
Search for @ESPN 690 Jax and check out the latest sports news, live stream, or show clip.
Now we talking.
ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. Man, it's coming down outside, at least out here at the studio. It's one thing about this city. You can't ever be like, oh, it's raining outside. Because, 40% of the city is bound to have nothing. We have a accurate radar reading anywhere? Do we know where it's raining besides here? Want to let people know. They're out on the roads, maybe?
Heard Chase Bunker was talking about it.
Did you hear that?
Over on the sister station.
Yeah, it just looks messy out there, all over the city. Especially up into Georgia, too, if you're heading north. Oof. St. Mary's is getting it right now. Getting it. And right outside our door, a little bit on the South Bank, a lot of bit on the South Bank, actually. That whole San Marco area getting a little drenching. Headed towards Arlington. Timaquan. And then this cell that looks real nasty headed towards Fernandina. Heads up if you're in Fernandina. It's coming your way. It's coming my way.
What's that?
An exercise in excellence. It's a Brian Middleton production.
Yeah, you do it better. You do it better. Aaron Schachter.
Yo.
It's that time of the week again.
Oh, yeah.
We know about it, dead or alive. It's where I'm going to give you
reasons why girls should be able to host high school kids with sex parties.
That's not going in the promo. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was what we were talking about last segment.
That's not what we were talking about. You like to do this we thing and then say the most out-of-pocket stuff. That's what you were talking about.
Literally what the New York Times expose had shown.
The New York Times expose. Yeah. Okay. Survey says, that's where I'm going to give you a phrase, a statement about a person, place, or thing. I think they call those nouns or potentially pronouns.
Was it a pronoun or a proper noun, or are those the same thing?
Don't know.
What is a proper noun?
Okay. Well, you know what? Hey.
I'm just curious.
No, I want to know too, man. We gotta get that before we start.
Type of noun that refers to a specific person, place, or thing by its name.
Okay. Pronoun?
So, like, it could be a monument, or it could be the Lincoln Monument.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say Washington. See, we're on the same wavelength.
Okay.
Presidents.
All right.
Okay.
Now we know.
Yeah. All right. One more time. Survey says.
This is not survey says.
What is it? Dead or alive? I'm so used to redoing survey says. I'm like, muscle memory. Survey says.
So tired of my nonsense.
No, I like it, actually. It's great. Okay. So I'm going to give you a phrase about a person, place, or thing. Mm-hmm. Pronoun, proper noun. All of those things, Washington Monument, whatever. You tell me whether or not that phrase is dead or alive. Because dead or alive. Let's start with the first one right here. Enthusiasm for the Jags teal throwback jerseys.
Oh.
Dead or alive? We just saw it earlier this morning. Is it dead or alive, Aaron Schachter?
Well, look, if we're talking about my enthusiasm,
sure.
DOA. It was dead before it got here.
Wow.
I'm just not buying a throwback from 2009. It's not really a throwback.
It literally is 15 years.
Doesn't feel like it.
Okay. You're in your 20s.
That being said, Brian.
Yeah.
The enthusiasm around these throwbacks is very much alive right now. You can quick check of X. As long as you aren't being forced to be a premium member, you can check all the enthusiasm on Jags Twitter right now. Everyone is pumped for these jerseys going out, buying new versions. The Trevor Lawrence throwback jersey, Travis Etienne, Andre Sisco throwback jersey.
Yeah.
People are pumped on the Josh Hines Allen throwback jersey for sure. Big time.
Okay. Like it. So, dead or alive? Dead for you,
dead
but
for
alive,
me, alive for literally everybody else.
That's what we call riding the fence. Aaron Schachter,
That's
Senator
not riding the fence.
Schachter.
It's alive.
Senator
it's
Schachter.
alive. I'm in the minority.
I'm just saying,
I'm
Senator
in
Schachter.
the vast
I'd
minority.
vote for you, especially in this election. Okay, next up. Alcohol in music artists' dressing rooms prior to them going to sing the national anthem.
Oh.
Dead or alive, Aaron Schachter?
Yeah, very much alive.
Oh, good job.
I don't even think Ingrid Andress was actually drunk.
Okay.
I'm not buying it.
She said she was.
All the conspiracies out there every day, everyone's got a different conspiracy theory on this or that, some private cabal, deep state group. I'm sitting here going, no, it's right in front of you. It's this girl who pretended like she was drunk so she wouldn't get in trouble for this horrible rendition.
It was terrible.
And then she goes to rehab, takes a couple of shows off, and suddenly everyone's like, oh, it's just addiction, guys. Don't be too hard on her. It was awful. All-time bad. She deserved the credit for that. Now she's not going to get it? Come on. And you're going to ruin it for other artists? Stop it. Artists have been using alcohol and drugs to get ready for a performance forever.
Yeah, man. Now, I hear what you're saying, but what I'm trying to figure out is...
if I'm going to make it to the next, I need water. I ran out of water.
Wow. Okay, there's some in here, but I don't know whose water that is.
No
and
thanks.
It has condensation on the inside.
From months of sitting there. No
Probably
thanks.
growing some stuff in there.
Yeah.
May help your immune system. I don't know. So, very much alive, huh? Alcohol in the dressing room.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. You know, a lot of time, artists don't even know what's on their rider for the dressing room. It's just kind of one of these things they do as they get bigger, they add to the rider. I once had an artist who requested very specifically green M&Ms. And so we're backstage with the artist before the show. We're like, why green? Is it your favorite color or something?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what? We're like, why the green M&Ms? We literally were here last night with like blue medical gloves on, picking out the green M&Ms from a giant M&Ms bag.
Wow.
It was me and two other people.
Wow.
And he goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. I said, on your rider, on the contract, it says green M&Ms only. He goes, I've never asked for that in my life. I don't even eat M&Ms.
Ew, that's wild. Okay.
We spent hours doing it. It was, I was so annoyed.
You touched all the M&Ms, huh?
So annoyed. Whoa, with gloves on my hands.
Nah, you can throw all this away. Who touched these? Let me see them.
He's not going to eat them anyway.
Yeah, I'm good. Let me just throw them all away. I just want to see if you had determination. Next up, Aaron Schachter, dead or alive, your continued hate for both the Mario Kart and NCAA football game franchises, as exhibited in yesterday's.
I mean, clearly, it's alive. It's very much alive.
I just want to make sure you didn't change.
My hate for Mario Kart.
It was Mario Kart. You're right.
Not Mario Kart.
Yeah, it was surprising.
Mario Kart.
He said Grand Theft Auto over Mario Kart.
Of course.
And it's not even close.
Not even close.
And then he said NCAA football.
I said NBA 2K.
He said they probably shouldn't play the sport in real life. And I was like, you bugging right now.
Didn't say that, but
Yeah,
I
give or
understand
take.
where you're going with
Paraphrasing.
it. The reality is everyone's so hyped for this game. It's not even the best football game out there. It's like, come on, guys, get with it. It's Madden. Madden or bust.
It's not Madden. Okay. Aaron Schachter next up. Dead or alive. Hearing Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us song being played so much, because I hope it's dead. Let me put my opinion on the table. I hope it's dead.
I know where this is coming from because I saw this clip too. This is Steph Curry in warm-ups with LeBron James.
Thank goodness.
And Steph Curry is like, this is not the only song in the country right now.
What? Good.
I'm kind of with Steph on this a little bit too.
Good answer, Steph.
Here's the problem. I feel like if you say something like that, you automatically get tagged as a Drake guy. Which, by the way, Steph is a Drake guy. Drake put him in the lyrics.
Oh, yeah, Steph
They've
Curry
hung out
with
before.
The
Yeah, man.
Yeah, with the shot. Yeah, you're right.
So I get it. Like maybe he's a little sensitive to Kendrick. He said it to LeBron, and LeBron's like, don't look at me. I love this song.
Boy, LeBron saw everything that could happen. If he said, see, Steph saying it, there may be a little bit of talk. If
Sure.
LeBron would have agreed,
Yeah.
Bronny would have been catching so much flack somehow, some way. If LeBron would have agreed. LeBron
Or
said, nah,
Bronny in
man,
the G League is going to be getting it.
I got to live my life. All
Yeah,
right.
man, I get it. I get Steph Curry, but obviously Bron isn't feeling the same way. And just, I'm telling you, right after I watched that video, I heard the song in the hallway on one of our radio
I was
stations.
about to tell you, man, I heard it twice today.
And I'm like, it's enough already. I get it's a hit. It's the song of the summer. When you hear it, it's hard not to dance to it. But come on, it's enough already.
I was like, I thought we were playing Eagle today. Is this playing on Eagle?
It is on Eagle, yes. We played Kendrick Lamar right after Fleetwood Mac, right before Elton John.
Kendrick is wilding right now. All right, next up, speaking of LeBron James, dead or alive, the LeBron James-led Team USA chances of winning gold in this year's Olympics, especially after beating Nikola Jokic in Serbia, just rolling them by like 27 points in this exhibition this past week. Their chances of winning gold, Team USA, dead or alive.
If I'm not mistaken, I do think the effort came late in the game to give that point spread a little more disparity there. But
fine-tune it.
Team USA getting a little bit of flack right now for a lack of effort. And we have seen this before with a previous LeBron USA team.
Oh, boy.
That ended up being the sole embarrassment. Look, I'm a LeBron guy, Brian.
No,
I'm
you're not.
a LeBron guy.
No, you're not.
I'm just saying the last time this happened, LeBron was leading the team, and suddenly the USA basketball team, which had never done anything other than sniff gold, was suddenly getting a bronze. And so Team USA right now catching a little flack for the lack of effort. And I'm like, you know what? I still think this is a gold medal team. Obviously, there's still time. They haven't even really started the games at all. But they got to get it together, man. It's times like these where you go, was Coach K the thing, or is it the talent on the roster? I really don't know.
Can we just clear this one thing up before the final dead or alive? He was a year into the league.
Right.
Him, Carmelo, and D Wade.
Correct.
On that 04 team. It was not his team. It was not. He was on the team. It was not his team.
Whose team was it?
That was Allen Iverson's team.
Allen Iverson didn't have a team. He did. You can't tell me it was Allen Iverson's team.
I'm just talking about who were the big names on the team.
Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury, Dwayne Wade, Carlos Boozer, Carmelo Anthony, Bron, Emeka Okafor, Sean Marion. I forgot about Sean Marion. Amari Stoudemire, Tim Duncan, Lamar Odom, Richard Jefferson. So Tim Duncan was a captain. Allen Iverson was a captain, right?
Because they're
Allen
two
Iverson,
MVPs and a champion. But go ahead.
Allen Iverson ain't leading this team.
It's on him. I just wanted to clear up the fact that was not LeBron's team at 19.
Tim Duncan named the captain, but Tim Duncan's not telling anyone what for, what to do, where to go.
It's on him. It's on him then.
That's not his personality.
That's fine. Then it's on him.
I'm looking at the other names on this list. Lamar Odom going to be the leader of this team?
This is pre-Chloe? Yeah, probably.
This is LeBron's team. It's really LeBron, Dwayne, and Carmelo's team together.
Yeah, the three guys who were in college or high school.
I understand
year
babies.
prior.
I understand babies.
It wasn't their team, Aaron.
They were babies.
They're in time for one.
But no one's looking at Allen Iverson going, man, you're going to lead us to the promised land with your leadership.
Why? He led them to NBA Finals.
This is you're talking about practice guy, Brian.
Like they practice hard outside of the Kobe 08 season.
Literally, the team gets crapped on for a lack of effort because we're talking about practice guy was given a Captain C.
Final dead or alive. I can't even say it no more. Snitch box driving in the Schachter household. Snitch box driving in the Schachter household, Aaron.
This would make it 5 shows and a week plus.
Oh, no one knows what you're talking about.
Of us mentioning the snitch box, but not really talking about it. We could probably just talk. This is basically a State Farm tool to track my driving, me and my wife, so we can get a better deal on our insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got this in the car. It tracks our speeding. It tracks our hard braking. It tracks our cornering. It tracks our acceleration. And it gives you grades based on that thing. And so you're talking about whether the snitch box is alive or well in the Schachter family household. It's very much alive. Very much alive.
Okay.
And quite frankly, has given me another thing to show my wife's scoreboard over, as you know I like to do. Screaming scoreboard as I come in the house.
Right.
How was your ride to work, honey? Oh, let me check the app. Calling out all the mistakes right there. Time to review some game film, honey. Ain't looking at mine. It's flawless, Brian. Flawless.
You do be winning.
I do be winning.
You do be winning.
Especially with the snitch box. And I know where she goes now. So look at that. Can't hide from me. I'm everywhere. Everywhere the GPS is.
It's a little scary. Just want to let you know, that's a little scary when you think about it. State Farm's like, I'm everywhere.
You know, I wake up extremely early. I go to sleep extremely late. Sometimes my kids will like come out to the bathroom and at like midnight or something like that, and I'll be on the couch watching a tablet.
Okay.
And then like when they wake up in the morning, especially on the weekend, I'm sitting there on the couch already doing my thing, and my son and daughter go, "Do you ever sleep?" And I say no, and I'm always watching. It's the Aaron Schachter Show. I'll be back to watch you right after this break.
Rich Jones here. If you're an investor who's interested in doing well while doing good, getting solid returns on your investments while making a positive impact, consider investment funds with DLP Capital. Here's Don Winter, CEO of DLP Real Estate Capital, to tell you more.
With the current housing shortage in the U.S., investing in real estate, especially workforce housing, is one of the safest and most reliable places to invest. We invest in affordable housing for hardworking people and generate amazing returns for each of our investors.
To get your investor's guide and find out more, dial ** invest from your cell phone or visit highyieldreturns.net.
Ready to drive away with a fortune? Join us at Best Bet St. Augustine for our Fairways to Fortune giveaway. Over $30,000 in prizes are up for grabs, including a top-of-the-line 6-seater golf cart. Join us July 27th at Best Bet St. Augustine for the big giveaway and hourly cash drawings. Come play and win big at Best Bet St. Augustine, located on State Road 207, seconds away from the I-95 exit. Visit bestbetjax.com for details. That's bestbetjax.com. And we'll see you in St. Augustine.
Bueller Aaron Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, a paint color namer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Irving Stapler.
Hi, Howie.
So the next round is word association. I'll say a word and you give me the first word you think of. Engagement ring.
Jeweler.
Gas station.
Fueler.
Aaron Burr.
Dueler?
Air conditioning.
Wow. Jeez. It's a toughie.
Come on, Irv. The sponsor's gonna kill me now.
Oh, Bueller.
That's right, Irv. If your AC is struggling through the summer heat, the first name you should think of for fast, friendly, 5-star service is Bueller Air and Plumbing. The name to know to make sure you are cool.
Have a beer, Irv.
Cooler.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
Time is running out to get the most money for your used car. Do you have an extra car in the garage or one that needs repairs? Come to the live appraisal event by ACV Auctions July 19th and 20th to find out how much your vehicle is really worth. Get your vehicle inspected, then watch it go live on a nationwide auction so you can see the bids come in real time. You can sell it on the spot or just find out what it's worth. It's that easy and it's free. Proudly hosted by Tom Bush Family of Dealerships, 9850 Atlantic Boulevard.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
We would like to apologize in advance for whatever happens on the Aaron Schachter Show.
I'm literally giving you the best storyline of the NFL. Everybody's talking about me and my girlfriend. You can't give me half off on the Super Bowl suites.
Hell That's Roger Goodell in the NFL.
Yeah.
The Aaron Schachter Show, weekdays from 3 to 5 on Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
You are lightning quick with that production. Out here just getting it done.
What do you mean?
I don't feel like we say something and seconds later it's on the air as a piece of production.
Oh.
This is how you get the title mega producer.
I blame leadership.
Executive producer.
The leader being Aaron Schachter. I blame.
Is that me? It's my fault.
Blame Aaron Schachter.
Hey, have you ever heard of the Bubba Dub Show?
No, man. Educate me.
I've never heard of the Bubba Dub Show either.
All right.
But Terrell Owens was on it. It looked like someone's YouTube show.
T.O. still alive? Anyway, that's cool. Good for him.
I don't know why you got to besmirch the man like that.
I just didn't realize he was still,
He will challenge you to a sit-up contest in the driveway today.
He will win.
Yeah, man.
By the way, easily.
T.O., he's that dude. T.O.'s in the news. He's pissed at Tom Brady.
Okay.
Said,
all right. Sure.
He said when he was on the Bucs and Chris Godwin was having hamstring issues and AB had his mental breakdown against the Jets, AB abandoned the team, shirtless and all.
Mm-hmm.
Peace out. So after the game, T.O. reaches out to Brady. He texts him. He's like, hey, man, I hear that you may need someone to fill the shoes. Just know I'm out here. I'm retired, but I could play. I'll play third down for you. I'll play red zone for you. That's all AB was doing. It's not like AB was getting targets in front of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
That's fair.
Or even Rob Gronkowski. Antonio Brown's just out there on third down, out there on red zone. Terrell's like, what about me? At the time, Terrell Owens was 48 years old. And Tom Brady didn't take him seriously.
And he was 48 then?
A couple of years ago, yeah.
No way T.O.'s in his 50s.
All right, here we go.
Wow. Go ahead. Finish the story. We only got a little bit of time.
Nope. Sidetrack. T.O., 50 years old, born in 73.
Wow.
He says, Tom Brady ignored me.
No, of course.
Because I reached out to him through Randy Moss, and some other people just to come in and play third down in red zone situations. The dude ignores me. It just shows you the lack of respect.
We do not care.
But then, when they get in front of you, they want to act like they respect you. Look at Tom Brady, Heidi Hand.
We do not care.
I mean, you can respect somebody and still say, nah, bruh.
But he didn't say, nah, bruh.
Yeah, yes, he did.
He didn't say, nah, bruh. He ignored him like he was a groupie or something. Respect would be Tom Brady hitting him back, and I appreciate you reaching out, T.O. I'll let the boys know.
He also had, family issues or... I don't. Was Giselle well within her right to be with the judo instructor too? Because I know how you feel about defending.
No, of course not. 48 years old, hadn't played in the NFL since he was cut after 3 weeks of training camp with the Seahawks. 10 years earlier.
Wow.
Been out of the NFL for 10 years.
I just always remember T.O. for doing the Monday Night Football Open with the Desperate Housewives woman. Do you remember that? And she came into the locker room with the towel on.
I don't remember that at all.
No.
I'll always remember T.O. for three things. Number one, when he went to I think it was the Cowboys, some team that he was on, someone mispronounced his name at the opening press conference. He stops the press conference to correct the coach. Love that. Number two, sit-ups in the driveway.
Yeah.
Love that. And then number three, in Jacksonville, in the Super Bowl, T.O. goes off with a broken leg.
Yeah, man.
Tremendous.
I love me some me.
Tremendous. T.O., one of my favorite wide receivers all time. Aaron Schachter Show is done for the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe Kilkenny. Maybe. Thank you, Brian, for a great day of radio, and thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
Main office, Jacksonville.
Elevate your live music experience with Daly's Place Blue. Live like a VIP with the best seats in the house. Premium parking, your own private entrance, VIP lounge access, guaranteed tickets to sold-out shows, and much more. Coming to Daly's Place is New Kids on the Block, Sam Hunt, John Legend, Train, Jane's Addiction, Bush, Live and Stone Temple Pilots, Alanis Morissette, Creed, and so many more. You'll never want to see a show any other way once you go to Blue. To learn more, go to dailysplace.com or call 904-633-2000.
Meet Jennifer, talking about her experience with BioTarget Regenerative Therapy at Injury Care Centers.
I'm a music teacher and play the piano, and I was unable to play the piano at all due to pain from carpal tunnel. I did notice a significant difference after the first treatment. I was in immense pain and unable to work, and I woke up the following day able to fully move my wrist again. I was a pill popper. I would take ibuprofen all the time to help manage my pain, and it did not really do a great job. What really sold me was knowing that if it was not successful, I'd be able to get all of my money back. So I would highly recommend it to anybody who's experiencing any type of pain.
Stop masking your pain with harmful medications. There's a better solution. BioTarget Regenerative Therapy has helped countless others, and it can help you too. Call 904-92-REGEN or visit gobiotarget.com today. Jaguars football is right around the corner. New players, existing superstars, and a great home schedule have optimism at an all-time high. Tailgaters delivers a premium experience every game. Tailgaters parking is right across the street from Everbank Stadium. Tailgaters offers clean, permanent restrooms, a full-service bar and grill. All parking spots are on well-kept grass lots. Demand is high, so spaces are very limited. Get your Jaguars season parking today at tailgatorsparking.com. Don't wait and miss out. Go to tailgatorsparking.com.
Gold City AC, keeping you cool.
Feeling